Good morning, beautiful babes. I got a channeled message. It came in first thing this morning. The winds of change are upon us. This was following a couple days of hardcore winds that are like destroying things, and just days and days of this. I'm not sure when I've experienced this before. The Spirit says the winds of change are upon us. Brace yourselves for some serious rearranging in almost every area of your lives. This is to bring you closer to the life you desire. Do not resist these changes. Go with the flow even when you are scared. Trust that what has been built must be destroyed to make room for something better. And personally, I am still in the middle of just not knowing where I'm going, not knowing where I'm going to live. There is a lot of fear because I've been so used to, during the pandemic, I just got really, really cozy. I became a total homebody. I completely lost track of my sense of spontaneity. Whereas before, anyone who knew me before, I was wildly spontaneous, fun, adventurous, all these things, very social. It's like I forgot how to do all of those things, and now I'm being thrown out along with my cat, right? We don't even have a car because I've been a non-driver my entire life. Being without a home, without a car, and not knowing where I'm going to live in 5 days, it's fucking scary, all right? It is scary. And I know that this isn't the worst case scenario of everyone out there, but I am trying to let you know that I do understand what it's like to be up in the air, to have everything kind of taken from you and have to start from scratch. Some of us, it happens all at once. Some of us, it happens over the course of time. But either way, just know that you're going to be rearranged. I'm hearing people are going to be, for 144 on my timer, very sacred number. People are going to be removed from your life, important people, in order to bring other people in a little closer. And I'm not necessarily talking about losing loved ones to, illness or death. I'm talking about, divorce and breakups and realizing that the people that have been close to you maybe didn't really get you, that maybe they didn't have your back. People being removed to make room. Thank you, Spirit, for the people who do get you, who do have your back. And again, as a person who's walked away from everyone in my past, including every family member, every friend, I'm sitting here with a fucking empty cup waiting for some people to come in. All right. And that's not to say that, that I'm not having fun in this process of getting to know myself, of getting to know God. I spent a lot of time, but what I'm also hearing is that we're supposed to try to have fun. That's why I'm saying all this, because I forgot how to have fun. I'm so busy working. I'm so busy working for Spirit, working for my new business, working to figure out, where I'm going to live. Spirit wants us to also introduce fun into it. Introduce some lighthearted playfulness. Introduce some ease and comfort. And if you don't know how to have those things, pray for them. This morning, I felt a lot of fear gripping me because as it gets closer to my checkout date in my Airbnb, I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't have a car to put all my shit in and drive somewhere. I don't know, right? And I have a cat. I can't just catch a greyhound. You know what I'm saying? So there's fear. Spirit reminded me to ask for help in releasing that fear and that stress. And so I did. I prayed, please, God, remove all this heaviness, all this weight. Please just remove it from me and transmute it into something useful for myself and the collective. I asked for it to be transmuted into self-love, into courage, into a sense of safety and ease in your own body. Very important for a lot of us. What else did I not say? I don't know. Personal power. That's a good one. So just remember that you're not alone. And even if you look around and you see yourself alone, you're not alone. Ask your guides for help every day. Pray every day. And for those of you that don't meditate and you don't pray because you don't know how, Spirit's just asking you to spend time in devotion to Spirit, to something higher, to your higher self, to your higher mind. Just ask for your guides to come in and help you see from a higher perspective. Ask your guides and God to come in and keep you company. And the thing is, I've had this amazing ability to recall really funny comic bits and things almost as if they're happening again. I can see them perfectly line for line. Now I know that wasn't just my brain, my clever brain. That's my guides trying to make me laugh, trying to lighten the mood. They've been doing this for me my whole life, and I had no 444 on my timer. Thank you, Spirit. I had no idea it was them. I just thought it was my brain, which is also cool. But now that I know it's them, every time I see it, or it's like it makes me laugh, not just because it's funny. what they're showing me, but also it makes me feel like, oh, thanks guys. I needed that. I might sound crazy, but I talk to them. I talk to them out loud when I can. I talk to them in my head all the time. And by them, I mean my guides. God and my guides, they're all connected, okay? I don't think of them as separate necessarily because it's all an energy. And that's the thing. We can't get caught up in names. What is God? What is God's name? God doesn't have a name because God is everything. God is everywhere. We can't put one name on everything. I mean, we can, but it's going to fall short is my point. It's not going to be able to capture it all. And that's why we struggle so much with what to call this beautiful divine energy and presence. And that's what creates separation with us because we call it something different. We assume that we're talking about something different, but we're not. We're not. God speaks to us all in different ways. Some people have Jesus come and speak to them. I know people who left the religion of Christianity to become spiritual and then went back to Christianity because it was Jesus that visited them specifically. And now that I know what it's like to be visited by beautiful angelic energies, I can understand how that would lead a lot of people to go to that particular faith because that is what is calling to them. There is no right or wrong way to get to God. There is not. The only way you can get to God, though, is through yourself, through your higher self. It has to come through you. And by that, I just mean you are the conduit. You have a direct connection. What I'm seeing is like you are a portal. You have direct access to the divine. You do. But it's our ego, it's our fear, or the devil, as religious people would say, that keeps us from knowing our sacredness, our sacred connection to spirit. Thank you. Thank you. You are all able to tap in on your own, with your own gifts in your own unique way. I have a lot of different ways that God speaks to me through clairaudient, hearing. I realized my voice as a singer. I started hearing, what do you call them? Harmonies. That's my clairaudient abilities. That's basically the angels like telling me how to sing a harmony. They're feeding it to me as if it's a line in a play. I mean, it's amazing. I've had that since I was young too, but I didn't know. Again, I didn't know what it was. It's a spiritual gift. When I paint, I can see the paint. I can see what I'm about to paint before it arrives. And the same thing when I draw. That I've had access to since I was young. I didn't know. That's a spiritual gift. All right? Our gifts are wide and varied. Thank you, Spirit. And a lot of us have had them for so long that we don't think they're special anymore. We think that everyone has this ability. They don't. God speaks to us all in different ways. And / if they don't, it's also because not everybody has access immediately straight out of the womb or straight out of, grade school to access these gifts. That is a special privilege is what I'm hearing. The people who tap in that easily, who just wake up knowing who they are in some way like this, those are the people that are here to awaken others earlier in this ascension process. So if you have come out of the womb or again as a young child of any age, had a lot of access to your spiritual gifts, that's because you're meant to use them more urgently to bring other people into connection with their own spiritual gifts. So if you've been hiding from yours, if you packed them all away a long time ago, now is the time to start unpacking them, okay? And I can help you do this. A lot of you don't know what your gifts are. I can help you. And some of this can be done in a very quick reading. If you want more, information, a deeper dive is always necessary. But we can start small with your budget if you don't have much to work with, okay? Just keep in mind that it's important, no matter how you get there, to start unpacking those gifts, all right? Whew, thank you, Spirit. So don't resist the change right now. I know it's scary. Ask for God. Ask God to help you with that fear. Ask your guides to help you with that fear and go into meditation or prayer or both every single day. For me, they're the same thing. Oftentimes in meditation, I talk to God. I also just sit and listen. I do both. So for me, they're very much linked. Don't get discouraged if you can't sit quietly. That's not, for me, that's not the entire point of meditation. The point is to connect. And if you need to talk to God in order to connect, then you should talk to God. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But thank you, Spirit. Spirit's also saying, leave a little room for God to talk to you too. Don't just talk the whole time. Stop and say, what do I need to know today? What do I need to know right now? I do that every single day. And I always get something juicy, okay? I love you. If you need a private reading, mentorship, self-love, and empowerment coaching, I'll put my information in the description box. I love you. Keep going.